So as most of us already know, well, unless you're living under a tactical rock, both Insurgency and Hell Let Loose are about to release onto the console market. And sure, this is great news for Xbox and PlayStation owners, but why is no one talking about the bigger implications this could have on the genre itself? What's up everybody, and welcome back to the Mil-Sim tac shooter and historic gaming channel. If you're new around here, do know that we try to give away a Steam key at the end of every week. So if that sounds like something you'd like to participate in, just wait. Later on in the video, I'm going to give you details on exactly how to enter the giveaways. Now, it has been a long time coming, especially for Insurgency Sandstorm. Delay after delay, but as any smart consumer knows, you'd rather have a delay or 3, rather than an unfinished product coming to market. Now, before we go on discussing exactly the implications that this particular style of game coming to console is going to have on the gaming industry as a whole, I think it's very important to point out that this is not exactly the first time a realistic tactical shooter or military simulator like Hell Let Loose has come to the console market. And believe it or not, but it wasn't that long ago, and it was done by the unofficial kings of the military simulator genre, the Arma series. Now, of course, it's been through many different iterations and names, but back in 2011, Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising released on Xbox 360 and PS3. Now, this, for sure, was the very first time the console market had even remotely seen anything like that, on the scale of that kind of realism, the required team cohesion, and communication. It was definitely unparalleled among other games in the current console game library. But here we are, it's 2021, and it's been exactly 10 years since a video game publisher was bold enough to attempt to publish a game or even simulator that has such a steep learning curve and is so demanding of the player, although rewarding, onto an at-home console that has for generations been known for a laid-back, easy-to-enter, all ages accessible, on-the-couch experience. So no one can be too sure of what the future holds for either of these titles, because let's be honest with ourselves. How many friends have you tried to introduce this genre to on the PC? Now, me personally, I don't really have any friends, but I've heard the stories. Somebody buys the game, jumps right in, gets shot all to hell, has no idea where it's coming from, gives it a second and third try, and just doesn't have a good time, and within 2 hours, to meet the Steam policy, they return the game. Now, this is a tried and true PC player that's probably even played PUBG, Counter-Strike, the whole nine. So imagine what a console player coming from Call of Duty is going to think. I mean, shoot, I was almost one of those kids. I still remember my first squad experience playing the game Squad. Now, luckily, I had an amazing squad leader that still made the experience fun, but for the first 2 hours, I was laying on my belly, getting shot all to hell by God knows where. In those first 2 hours, I don't even think I saw one enemy. But I did what a lot of players don't do and kept playing. And of course, a couple hours later, I came across a couple weary lads and popped my Mil-Sim cherry with a pistol. And it's been nothing but Mil-Sims and tac shooters ever since. But that's my story. Now, hate it or love it, this genre's not going anywhere. However, we should care about these new players. If you really enjoy this genre and want to see it grow and see more games and more experiences and the boundaries pushed, we need growth. So you could say to yourself, oh, well, who cares if this guy likes the game or not? I like it, I'm gonna play it. And that's really where we come to my main point of this whole video, is that you should care, and you should try to change minds. And if you see a new player, you should help them out. Because the more players come in, the bigger these games get, the bigger player counts. And you gotta understand that this is a business. So the better these businesses do, the better and more games like this we will see. Right now, Squad sits around 10,000 players, Hell Let Loose, several thousand, Insurgency again, several thousand. Could you imagine this genre doing numbers like a PUBG or a Call of Duty with millions of concurrent players. I don't think you understand what that would do for the genre. Just that amount of money coming in, the financial side of it alone, would bring endless possibilities to the future games we saw, speeding up development of the current ones we love, so on and so forth. So yes, it's very important that these new players have a good experience. And believe it or not, I would say 80% of that is going to fall on the shoulders of the players around them, not the game itself. So keep that in mind as these games come to market. Now, I'm not exactly sure if all of them are having crossplay or not, or if we'll even see these new console players within our servers. But if you do come across one, don't be shitty, because believe me, we're going to get enough little shitheads in the bunch too. So that's a whole nother story. But for the kids that really want to try and learn the genre, give them a helping hand. Now, what I'm talking about now as far as learning the technicalities of the game, that more so goes for Hell Let Loose, as it is a much more involving and demanding of the player kind of game. But if you think about it, these games are releasing kind of like Mil-Sim stepping stones. First, of course, Insurgency is releasing, which is more of a slowed down tactical approach to a first-person shooter. A much faster time to kill than console players are used to. Now granted, the whole communication and teamwork thing isn't quite there like a squad or Hell Let Loose. But that's okay. This game will definitely get new players used to the gameplay. And if they'd like to go further, just a week or so later, Hell Let Loose releases. Now again, Hell Let Loose isn't quite as comms heavy as, say, a squad, but it's definitely perfect for a stepping stone. You gotta understand, a lot of even PC players are busy at work, taking care of their families, whatever, have been waiting their whole lives for a game like Squad, Postscriptum, Hell Let Loose, and quite frankly are just too busy to stumble across it. So being that these games are hitting console, the market is going to expand tremendously. And you might be saying, oh, so what? Wow, a bunch of console players get the game, big deal. You can't look at it like that. You gotta see the big picture. If these console games do well, then it's only going to boost the popularity of our favorite and current PC games. I know I probably sound a little crazy to some of you, but I really do believe that this is a lot bigger than people are giving it credit to be. This might even be one of the biggest moments in our beloved Mil-Sim genre's whole existence. Yeah, it's that big. If these games do well, it will provide the financial stability to market it everywhere. Once these games are marketed all over TV, YouTube, commercials everywhere, the genre of tactical shooter and Mil-Sim is going to explode. And like I said, the big picture, not just a couple or a few console players are coming into the fray, but literally the entire genre will be skyrocketed to the moon. And just think, ponder with me if you will. Let's say Insurgency and Hell Let Loose does gangbusters on console. A lot of PC kids who are unaware see it, they come into the fray on the PC. Let's say we go from 4,000 concurrent players to 40,000 concurrent players in a matter of months. Just the financial side alone, we could estimate NWI and Black Matter, who are both incredible development companies, we could see them take that money, use it to hire experienced people within the industry, and not only like double the size of their teams, but the sky is the limit. We could see triple the size of the development teams. We're talking big updates rolling out almost weekly. And not only that, but looking far into the future, we could see yet another Insurgency installment where it goes full-blown Mil-Sim, where you're flying your own helicopters, 8-kilometer square maps with freaking 1,000 players, a Hell Let Loose 2, 500 versus 500 real-life players, combined arms warfare, and it sounds crazy and silly, but it's not too far out. Unreal Engine 5 is right around the corner. So when I say we are at a brink in time, a pivotal point for the Mil-Sim tac shooter genre. If things go like I think they're gonna go, like I hope they're gonna go, and like I hope all of you are willing to help steer that direction, then the future will be very bright. And what do you mean? Oh, what can little old me do? Like I said earlier, don't be shitty. If you notice a new player, help them out. It's very simple. This is what you tell new players, and if you are a new player, this is what you do. When you go into a game, say, "Hi, Mr. Squad Leader, I am new. Please put me in your pocket." Typically, if we're playing a military simulator, he's probably going to have you go medic. I also recommend you play medic for at least the first couple weeks up to a month. Stay in the background, stay close to squad leader, Be very analytic and just watch and observe. And of course, do as you're ordered. But that's it, boys. We already know a lot of these new guys are going to come in, they're going to get their ass handed to them, and they're never going to come back. And that's great for them. We have to really care about and be concerned with the players that are willing to stick it out and try to learn the game. The future of our beloved genre depends on it. And for any of you that have been following me for a while, some of the rants I did years ago, you already know how I feel. This genre is the future of gaming. I've been playing these games since Quake 1. And by the way, if you want to know, one of the best Twitch shooters ever made, it's still the best Twitch shooter, is a mod for Quake 2 called LMCTF, Loki Minions Capture the Flag. Anyway, I've been playing these games since they've existed. And it started out with amazing camaraderie, and the internet was a beautiful place in the very beginning. And like most things do, power corrupts, and it became a vile place. And for the past 20 plus years, gaming lobbies have been filled with debauchery, just disgusting comms, and worse. Literally sick people with ill intent that are really online to make people hurt. And as we all know, more than likely because they're just hurting inside themselves. But that's for another video. So you heard it here first, my Mil-Simps. The future is now. The light beckons, and a pale horse draws nigh. For most Mil-Simmers, it's just another day. But for those that know, these are some of the most important times of our lives. And to stand by and do nothing could cause more harm than any of us would like to admit. Now is the time for action. Lift your brother up. Go down to the front line. Brothers in arms. For we'll set all of our sights on the horizon. And if we all believe, pull that very horizon to us. And along with it, a bright future. A future where toxicity, corpse looting, and backstabbing your brother is in the past. A future where respect, camaraderie, and brotherhood is commonplace in the gaming world. This is Boogie, signing out.
Okay, calling for minigun. 20 seconds.
Oh, no way. Alright, boyos, for those of you that know, it's now that time of the week. No stuttering, getting straight to it. Mr. North Dumpling, come on down. You are this week's Steam Key winner. Now remember, North Dumpling here has to come down and claim the key himself. He's got to hit me on Discord DMs. So keep that in mind, boys. If you don't watch the videos, don't bother entering the giveaway. Or I mean, go ahead and do, because that's why my keys last so long. Anyway, if you can stand my content and think you'll be around for at least another week, here's how to enter. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, of course. Join us on Discord, it's linked below. Boogie5 Gaming Etc. Discord. But most importantly, drop a comment. Say whatever you want. What do you think going the console is going to bring us? I'd love to hear your input. But within your comment, leave your Discord name and number. That's going to work as your ticket stub. Alright, good luck to everybody. May the best man win. Don't forget, if you're looking for a realism unit, check out Easy Company. They play Squad, Hell Let Loose, Postscriptum, all the big Mil-Sims. And their sponsor right now, providing servers, is G-Portal. They got a special going on right now. Get a server from them, any kind of server, from Minecraft to Arma, and if you mention Easy, they'll give you 5% off. Definitely check out G-Portal. Alright, boyos, here's to the future. Y'all be good to each other.